This season of Top Deck Academy is gonna be even better than the first. I just know it is. I can feel it in my jellies, so get ready because I'm about to be dropping some serious Pokemon trading card game knowledge. Pokemon are amazing companions, and part of what makes them so special is that each Pokemon has a unique strength. While some Pokemon are best known for their powerful attacks, like Charizard, others are famous for their supporting roles, like Chansey and its power to heal. Though support Pokemon don't usually take knockouts in battle, they are key to forming a winning strategy in the Pokemon TCG. In this episode, I'm going to show how powerful support Pokemon can help win games. Let's get started. Drawing cards is one of the most powerful things you can do in the Pokemon TCG. Nothing helps you win a game like seeing more cards. Supporter cards like Professor's Research and Marnie are great for draw power, but sometimes just one supporter a turn isn't enough. This is where draw support Pokemon come into play. Unlike supporters, which need to be played from your hand every turn, draw support Pokemon allow you to draw cards when they come into play or each turn that they remain on the field. Two of my favorite support Pokemon are Cinccino and Kricketune V. Let's take a closer look. The adorable Cinccino from Sword and Shield might not look especially strong at first. It only has 90 hit points and its attack does 40 damage. Let's just say you're probably not going to be taking many game-winning knockouts with Energy Assist. What makes Cinccino a great card is its ability Make Do. Make Do requires that you discard a card from your hand, but when you do, you get to draw 2 cards from your deck. Now you might be thinking, 2 cards? What's the big deal? Let me explain. You can use Make Do once per turn for each Cinccino that you have in play. So if you have 4 Cinccino in play, then you could potentially draw 8 extra cards during your turn. That's more cards than you can draw with a Professor's Research. Drawing extra cards helps you find the key resources like energy, items, and supporters that you need to form a game-winning strategy. Now, a support Pokemon is only as good as it is easy to get into play. Cinccino is awesome because it's a Stage 1 Pokemon, meaning that it only needs to evolve once, and it is searchable via Level Ball, which allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 hit points or less and put it into your hand. With a playset of 4 Level Ball in your deck, you'll be able to search out Cinccino and make do your way to victory in no time. In 2020, I played Cinccino alongside Snorlax VMAX to finish in the top 8 of the Collinsville Regional Championships. I even took a knockout while playing on stream with Cinccino's Energy Assist attack, which was definitely the highlight of the tournament. Cinccino and Snorlax worked great together because Snorlax could do all the heavy lifting and take big knockouts, while Cinccino helped to draw into the energy I needed to keep attacking with Snorlax. It's well-rounded combinations like this that make a great Pokemon TCG deck. Okay trainers, it's pop quiz time. A good draw support Pokemon will always A. Help with draw power, B. Be quick to play, C. Complement your strategy with their ability, or D. All of the above. You got it! All of these qualities make a great draw support Pokemon. Another one of my favorite draw support Pokemon is Kricketune V. Kricketune V's exciting stage ability allows you to fill your hand to 3 cards once during your turn. But if Kricketune V is in the active spot, you can fill your hand to 4 cards. Though Kricketune can't draw cards if you have too many cards in your hand, Kricketune is great for helping you draw cards when your hand size is low, like after an opponent plays a Marnie or your hand gets disrupted. Though Kricketune's ability is a little less reliable than Cinccino's Make Do, Kricketune is easier to get into play and takes up less deck space. Since Kricketune is a basic Pokemon, it doesn't need to evolve to be put into play, and it can easily be searched out of the deck with a Quick Ball. Quick Ball is fantastic for finding Kricketune V, and it helps you decrease your hand size so that you can use Exciting Stage to draw more cards. awesome! One of the best combos that can really help your deck is to pair Kricketune V with Air Balloon. Air Balloon is a Pokemon tool that decreases the retreat cost of the Pokemon it is attached to by 2 colorless energy. Since Kricketune only has a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, Air Balloon gives Kricketune free retreat. Giving Kricketune V free retreat is really sweet because it allows you to bring Kricketune into the active spot after your opponent takes a knockout and fill your hand to 4 cards instead of 3. Using Kricketune with Air Balloon can allow you to reach for the cards you need to respond to your opponent's strongest attackers. I can't tell you how many times I've been bailed out of a bad hand by Kricketune V's Exciting Stage ability. Though sometimes you only get to draw 1 card with Exciting Stage, that 1 card can sometimes be the exact card you need to win the game. I love playing Kricketune V in my Cherrim decks. Kricketune V pairs great with Cherrim because you can load all your grass energy from your hand into play with Cherrim's Spring Bloom ability, then draw into more energy with Kricketune V. If you have an idea of a card from your collection that you might like to pair with Kricketune V, let me know in the comments below. Okay trainers, it's pop quiz time. How many cards do you draw with Cinccino's Make Do ability? 1, 2, or 3? That's right, Make Do allows you to draw 2 cards. Drawing cards is obviously great, but some decks rely more on complicated combos that require you to have certain cards at just the right time. Picking up your deck and searching it for exactly what you need is cheating, unless of course you're using Inteleon's Shady Dealings ability. Shady Dealings lets you search your deck for 2 trainer cards when you evolve Inteleon from your hand. Most decks in the Pokemon TCG are made up of about 50% trainer cards. That's a ton of cards to choose from. If your hand is bad, you can use Shady Dealings to get a supporter out of your deck and draw more cards. If you need an energy, you can find Energy Search. Need a specific Pokemon? Get Evolution Incense or Quick Ball. The list goes on and on. The only problem is, Inteleon is a Stage 2 Pokemon, meaning that it has to evolve twice in order to get into play. Fortunately, our sneaky friend Drizzile also has the Shady Dealings ability. Drizzile's Shady Dealings lets you search your deck for a single trainer card when you evolve Drizzile from your hand. With both Drizzile and Inteleon, it's easy to find the right cards to win a Pokemon trading card game battle. Shady Dealings has been a popular choice in Pokemon TCG decks lately. We'll be talking about Inteleon quite a bit in these early episodes of Top Deck Academy, especially as it was featured alongside Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX in Alex Szymanski's Players Cup 4 and Players Cup 25th Anniversary Invitational winning lists. Drizzile and Inteleon also pair well with Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX and Decidueye, just to name a couple other combinations. Okay trainers, it's pop quiz time. What's a good percentage of trainer cards to have in your deck? A, 75%, B, 50%, C, 25%, or D, just 1 Marnie? It's likely that a Pokemon TCG deck will be roughly 50% trainer cards, so the answer is B. And that's a wrap on support Pokemon for today. Cinccino, Kricketune V, and Inteleon are just a few of the amazing support Pokemon in the Pokemon TCG. Whenever you come across a Pokemon with an ability in your collection, read it and see what kind of support that Pokemon can provide to your deck. If you have a favorite support Pokemon in your collection, let me hear about it in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to keep an eye out for the next episode of Pokemon's Top Deck Academy.